So I'm here today at another top attraction and location on the Falkirk Half Marathon route, Callender House, the 145-year-old building. It was built in 1877. So I'm not here to talk about history and be a tour guide. I'm here to discuss a big issue with distance runners, and especially new runners, and that is pacing. A lot of new runners especially start running too fast and they give up because they think they can't run. So I'm going to give you a quick science lesson first, and then I'll give you a demonstration about how it all works. So there's three systems on the go in your body when you're doing exercise, and they supply you with energy. I'll try and keep it simple so you can understand it. There's one called the creatine phosphate system, that gives you energy up to about 10 seconds. The anaerobic system, which can give you energy up to about 3 minutes, and the aerobic system, which can supply you with energy from 3 minutes upwards. So they all work together. There's not just one on the go at once, and which system that is getting used depends on the intensity and duration of your exercise, as well as what your fitness levels are. For half marathon distances, you're predominantly going to be using the aerobic system. The others might come into play if you're on hills or you're doing like a burst of speed or something like that, but the other two are mostly for higher intensity exercise. So you're going to be looking at being in the aerobic system, in the zone for that. So it's very important now that when you look at pacing that it comes down to which energy system you're using. So now you know a little bit of the science, let me show you in action, and you can then understand how it applies to your running and pacing. So I've been running along for about 10 minutes now, and as you can see, I'm a little bit breathless, but I can easily hold a conversation with you. And this is what you want. This is the kind of pace you want. Be able to hold a conversation. So if you're running with somebody, or if you see me running along at the half marathon, say hello, have a chat, see if you can hold a conversation. If that's the case, so just now I'm using the aerobic system, and this is the right pace you should be looking at for your half marathon. I'm now going to speed up and show you what happens when you go into the anaerobic system. So I've significantly increased my pace there, and you can see I can maybe hold a couple of sentences at the most. I'll slow down so you can hear me properly. Because I can only hold a sentence or two together, this shows that I'm working anaerobically in the anaerobic energy system. If you're working like this, then you're working too fast. There's no way you're going to be able to sustain that for any length of time. So that's only up to about 3 minutes. And if you're doing running, distance running, things like that, if you go up a hill or you burst into a faster run to overtake somebody, or a sprint finish or something like that, then you'll use the anaerobic system together with the aerobic system. And this is kind of how you'd be speaking at the start of this section, how you'd be speaking. So you need to slow down if you're just running along at that pace. I'm now going to speed up to a sprint to then go into the creatine phosphate system and show you what happens, why you would be far too quick and you would need to slow down and probably stop. So I've got my breath back a little bit so I can actually speak to you. You could see from that I wasn't able to say any more than about a word or two. If you're doing that, you're obviously working far too hard, and you're going to have to slow down and probably stop actually. That was me working the creatine phosphate system, and obviously over a distance of 13 and a bit miles you're not going to be able to sustain it. So in terms of nutrition, the aerobic system uses both carbohydrate and fat as a fuel source, but carbohydrate is the most important one. it's released a lot quicker, so it's a lot more efficient. So you need to make sure when you're doing distance running, like half marathons, that carbohydrate is your main focus for your nutrition. I hope you found this video useful. Please give it a like, give it a share, help other runners understand the pacing a little bit better, and please subscribe for more exciting and useful sports nutrition tips. Like I said, I'm going to be doing a lot of content based on the Falkirk Half Marathon, so get a wee subscribe, get a follow on here so you can stay up to date with all this content. Finally, the nice people at the Falkirk Half Marathon have given me a discount code for you to use, so I'll put that on the screen just now. If you use that, you'll get 20% off your entry fee, and if you drop a comment below to say that you've used it and you've signed up, you will also receive a Falkirk Half Marathon head buff, which is really nice. So I'm off to finish my run now. See you again soon. Cheers!